found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this.
The lynching thing had a particular relevance to you because, in fact, you actually witnessed the lynching, didn't you?
I did, as a matter of fact. I was 11, 12 years old, I guess, in Omaha, and my father's printing business was on the second floor of a building that overlooked the courthouse square in Omaha. And he came home one night and told about this lynch mob that had started to form during the afternoon. And after supper, he put me in the car with him. We drove back downtown, and it was very unusual for me, for my dad to be taking me at my age and turning lights on and unlocking doors and going up the stairs, which is unusual. You know, it's not like doing it in the daytime. And I remember those physical things and walking across this empty office to the window, a window that overlooked the courthouse square, and this was where the riot was happening. My father never talked about it. He never preached about it. We both just were observers. And I watched an out-of-control mob of several hundred men drag a young black boy out of the jail in the courthouse, overpowered the sheriff to get him out, strung him up on a lamppost, riddled him with bullets, dragged him around back of a car, something like that. The mayor, this is how long we did have automobiles, but the mayor, for some reason or other, was on horseback, evidently because he could get into the courthouse square away from the streets easier. He was on horseback trying to stop this. They damn near lynched the mayor. That's how out of control these bastards can get. That's, well, as Lincoln says in that scene, and he points to somebody. He's a God-fearing man, and what is he doing here? And I'm sure when he gets home, he's going to take down the good book. And it was a traumatic experience for me. I'll never forget it.
Must have had a profound effect on you. Why did your father do that?
Well, he never told me, but I would like to think that he realized that it would be a lesson. I had to grow up and move away from Omaha to appreciate that my father was a liberal Democrat in a hotbed of Republican reactionaries. It's Omaha and Nebraska still is.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section.
2:30 in the morning, someone comes to the door?
Yeah, they knocking on the door, and you couldn't see your face, hand in front of your face.
Was it screaming? They were
No, not screaming, this belligerent death talk, what we call death talk. It's like he's not respecting them. So they left with him. That's the last time we saw him alive.
That was the last time you saw him alive.
Before the night was over, Carolyn Bryant's husband and half-brother would drag Emmett Till to a barn and then mutilate the child in unspeakable ways.
Do you forgive Mississippi? Do you forgive America for what happened? Do you forgive those people?
If you don't forgive, God ain't forgiving you. Vengeance belongs to God, and you got to believe that.
Is it hard for you to go back to Mississippi ever?
For a long time, I wouldn't go. For over 10 years.
This 86-year-old preacher in the sunset of his life is the only living witness of the kidnapping of Emmett Till in 1955. They were barely teenagers when he and his cousin took a train like this one from their home in Chicago to spend the summer with family in Mississippi. But only one of them would return alive.
Cotton picking time, just starting down south. When you're young, you just want to get there and get going and seeing your cousin.
Both of you were excited to go?
Yeah, man. It was a venture for us, you know. But see, I'm from the South. I'm acutely aware of the mores of the South. He didn't know that. I knew where I was going. We call it going behind the Iron Curtain.
He says they warned his cousin that things were different behind that Iron Curtain in America. He took us to what's left of the grocery store.
Where was the entrance when you were...
Right in front here.
Overgrown with weeds, and much smaller than the scene he remembers as a child. This is where the white woman who worked here claimed that his 14-year-old cousin had grabbed her, put his hands around her waist, and then told her he had slept with white women before. Bryant and her husband Roy owned the store. In 2007, she told a book writer that she lied, and then she died in 2023, never apologizing to the black families.
This is the barn. So many people we talk with around here say that for many years, they couldn't speak to what happened inside of here, and for different reasons. For some, it was about not giving word to the horror that happened here, and for others, it was about living in denial.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Keepers of sheep. Brother Kashai. I'm back with another lesson. Lord will. This video is edifying. All right. Before we begin, I would like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Today's lesson will be titled, Prepare Slaughter for His Children. All right. And as you can see, today's lesson is inspired by a few clips played at the beginning of the video. All right. And today we have the topic of Emmett Till, all right, and another brother, another young man who was killed, Tamir Rice, right? But as you can see, the main focus will be on, Emmett Till for the most part, all right, because this slaughtering of our children, all right, is something that's been happening, all right, for years. And this is not by coincidence, all right, that, whether it be the police or whether it be somebody that stay in the neighborhood or just in the community, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American children have been murdered, all right, have been being slaughtered all across America for years. And not to say it began with Emmett Till, but the Most High made it. He made it very clear, all right, with Emmett Till, that this is your enemy, all right, and how your enemy feels about you. Okay, so, and it's funny, all right. I got the Lord willing, I put the picture in the post production, but it's a picture of, and this just proves regeneration, all right, in the Bible, but reincarnation, right? It just proves that these spirits come back, all right? And the thing about these spirits, they come back to serve out the same light each time, all right? Like it says, roughly paraphrasing, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, right? So if you have, if your spirit is deemed for destruction or deemed for salvation or whatever it may be, that's the light that you will walk. And also, I think it's in Esdras, stating thy light. And to the matter of fact, we'll grab that real quick just to prove that. Because, ultimately our paths are already written, all right? But, you have predestination, all right? You have people who are preordained for certain things in this world or in this truth. You have martyrs for this truth, all right? This is Daniel. This is Daniel 12:13. It reads, "But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of thy days." Right? So it doesn't matter what plans we have for ourselves or what plans, our parents deem for us as children. Ultimately, the Most High has the first and the final say. All right, no matter what. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it from the top. I'm gonna start at 9 just to get some get the context on it. But he was talking to Daniel, and this is Daniel 12:9. It says, and he said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified, Salakia, and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." Right? And from that time that the daily sacrifice shall be broken, and the abomination that maketh desolation, Salakia, desolate, set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days. Meaning, again, our days are literally numbered. While we're here on this earth, our days are numbered from the time that our mother and our father lay down to give us life. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Of course, we are numbered. All right, our days are numbered by minutes, seconds. We can't, just like it says about Esau, he has bounds he cannot pass. We, as in our walk, we have bounds that we cannot pass. All right, and this is just further proof that reincarnation, regeneration is a real thing. Right, and another precept, one more, just to before we get into the topic at hand. Right. Exodus 34. All right. And we use this precept a lot, but it's always meat on the bone, right? Exodus 34, verse, I started at 5, and it reads, "And the Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord. And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation." All right, it's beautiful. And that just ties into the lesson. All right, prepare slaughter for his children, because you have these Edomites who witnessed these things and they remember these things. All right, who took part in these slaughters. All right, took part in these lynchings. Ultimately, the Most High said, prepare slaughter for those people, meaning them, their children, their children's children. All right, because the Most High, he said he doesn't clear the guilty. You ultimately you reap what you sow, right? As the scripture says. So again, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty. All right, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation. Meaning these Edomites will come back through reincarnation, all right, and have to face the wrath of us, Lord willing, we part that number, but face the vengeance of the Most High. They will get what they gave, man, right? So again, just a couple precepts to further prove the point, right? And once again, if I didn't mention, Lord will, this video is edifying. All right, this is Isaiah 14:21, and it reads, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers." All right, what did we just grab? And what was that, Exodus? Preparing iniquity for the fathers, for the children. All right, because of their fathers. Salakia, Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right. And that's the first thing these people, they love to say. Well, I'm not my father. I'm not my grandfather. All right. Well, times have changed. Obviously, they haven't. All right. The Tamir Rice situation was 2014. All right. And it's still happening today. Right. And then you had, let's get the exact date. Emmett Till. All right. 1955, 2014. All right. This is each generation. All right. You seeing this happen. All right. One more time. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. So a time is going to come where their children will have to suffer the same lot that our children did, right? And this is not to, say that, we're targeting children, all right? But that's how the Most High, that's justice, all right? That's righteous judgment, it's like a righteous judgment according to the Lord, right? And just to keep on further prove that, it says Psalms 137:7, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even the foundation thereof. All right, meaning you're not going to get by just because you're a child, just because you're a child, or you're not fully a man yet, you're not able to work or whatever it may be. The Most High is not going to overlook that. All right. And Proverbs 11:21, this is beautiful because our people like to justify, today's time, all right, not remembering, all right, what we went through. And the Lord said, they're roughly paraphrasing, he requires that. He requires the things of old, roughly paraphrasing. Let me see if I can grab that. Bear with me. Yes, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 3:15. It reads, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. Right, beautiful. So, all things happen for a reason, right? And it says that which hath been is now, meaning these are the same times, same spirits, all right, same actions. It says, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High required that which is past. All right, so we needed to go through certain things to justify, our kingdom. All right, justify our ruling. Right. Proverbs 11:21 says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Beautiful. Again, though hand join in hand. All right, meaning, for a while they had segregation. All right, especially in the South, the deep South. But eventually they allowed, the blacks and whites to go to school together, work together, eat together, because, segregation was a big thing. All right, you couldn't eat at certain restaurants. You had white-only restrooms, white-only water fountains. All right, so now you have us. It says, though hand join in hand, all right, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So because your neighbor's white, your coworker, your manager, your super, whatever, so-called white man, that doesn't justify his wickedness. It says the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be saved. And that's why so many people want to save the so-called white man. They seek to justify his actions. Oh, that's the past. You have to forgive. And that's something that the man said in the video. We don't have to forgive these Edomites. All right. The Most High said, vengeance is his. All right. So that's up to the Most High. If he wants to forgive Esau. But he said, what? I will have mercy on who I will have mercy. And ultimately that mercy is for Jacob. All right, we don't have to forgive these Edomites. All right, these are our enemies for a reason. Right? Yeah, that's that on that. Next precept, Joel 3:3, and it says, "And they have cast lots for my people." Or do I want to start at one? Yeah, I get straight to the point. It says, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." All right, meaning they didn't care how old our children were used for trading. All right, for money. All right, they were used as pleasures, objects. All right, that they wasn't considered people. All right, they wasn't considered God's chosen people. It says, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." Right, man. So our children were not, counted as children. All right. And this just proves that they didn't care about it being a young boy or a young girl. All right. A lot of times, I guess, we brought more value as being children because they could, a child is innocent. All right. To some, certain degree, a child is can be shaped and molded, and you can manipulate a child. Right. Deuteronomy 28:50, and it reads, "A nation of fierce countenance, all right, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young." That's right, man. And it's still the same thing. They don't care. They take your Social Security checks. All right, to this day, they you work till you're 75, 65 years old. And you retire with barely enough to live. All right. It says, "Nor show favor to the young." They jack our children up. They kill our children in the streets. They rape our children. All right. Our children are being abducted. All right. They got all this junk on the TV now and the internet. Right. It says, "Nor show favor to the young," and we're still seeing this. All right, to this day, yeah, you can't even be you can't even be a so-called black child and play in certain playgrounds or be in certain areas. All right, because they look at you different, they treat you different in the schools. All right, this is not nothing new. This still happening to this day. All right, I know personally. All right. Psalms 137. Psalms 137 again. And I started 7 again. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou served us." It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." All right, meaning we're gonna receive joy. All right, being able to seek vengeance. All right, for our forefathers. Okay, because this brought them joy. All right, being able to go to your house, drag you out your house, drag you to the middle of the street. All right, bust your head wide open. All right, these things were put on display in front of the cities, towns. They talked about this thing. They ate us. Right. This was like a ceremony. This was like a celebration. All right, you celebrate to enjoy it. Right. It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." All right. So our turn is coming. Okay. And Esau, you have no choice. You can't run from it. Okay. The blood is crying out. All right. Ezekiel 25:14, it reads, "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord, our power, Yahweh." Right? So the Most High is going to use his people, all right, to seek vengeance upon Edom. All right, meaning that they're going to be our slaves. They're going to be our captives. All right, we're going to be able to do with them what we want. The same way they was able to do with our children, our women, our men. We're going to have the same authority. But we're not going to be slack. All right, we're going to make it count. Okay? It says, "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. All right, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger." All right, meaning it's not going to be a nice sight, man. All right, when you see us coming, it's not going to be nice. All right, we're not coming to break bread. We're not coming to, yeah, trust me. Okay. One more precept and we'll close out. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." All right, so many of these Edomites on this side are going to be cut off completely. All right, and they're going to come back through regeneration in the kingdom. All right, through these other Edomites, the ones that go into captive. All right, through the bunkers and those in other countries. Right, but they will be cut off here in Babylon. The wickedness will be cut off here. So, and just because we know what happened with Emmett Till, I want to grab this real quick on Tamir Rice. It says killing of Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old so-called African American boy fatally shot by Cleveland police officer November 2014 while playing with a toy airsoft gun that looked like a real firearm. The shooting sparked national outrage and became a focal point for the Black Lives Matter movement. This was a big deal, and it's a big deal today. It was a big deal in the time of Emmett Till. So with that, man, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Again, until next time, I'd like to close out, giving all praise, all honor, all glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom and shalom to the hopeful elect.